Yeah, I'm doing this. The Charleston go down, Nigeria, go the Jana, I happen to up again.
So just as we have just done a bit of meditation, so it's really very beneficial to continue the meditation in our life.
The car is under long meditation get lost in there. Cutting on the other meditation get lost in there. Kokata Jenny there, and told you. Then Makana yell down. Kochi got. When nature days should do then yell there, but I'm two young and talk him and told you. And I'm touching Yama, dead and whatever.
It's just that we normally, we don't really observe how how there is within, within us, there's a state of mind which causes us to, feel unhappy, and so. So there is such a mind a state of mind which arises within us and which we can, if we observe that and we can recognize that as the cause of this unhappiness and that we go through, and so therefore when we recognize that, then we can understand that how if we could by getting rid of that, then means we get rid of that the unhappiness that we experience.
Then Lord does. Then Lord does. Yeah, yes, yes, Chila and Hungdua. That is yes, yet, Lloyd Masha, Pajetin, followed you some. Yet, Yet David on another son born Abushera. Right, citizen, is a son of Tet and Roda. Sit at the central Ribachi, yes, what? Lost said yellow ten young. Yellow dashing at the yellow tagging. Yellow dashing at the yellow tagging. Local roty, you remember young son, the Netora, Abuya read.
So as we have as we closely observe that that unhappy state of mind, and then we can understand, we can recognize that that this state of mind, unhappy state of mind, arises due to certain objects. Or because of the object, the respective object of that state of mind. So this also tells us, from this we can also understand that how when this very state of mind arise, when we arise, so there is it is arise due to the combinations of the subjective mind, and then there is an object to that. So it is the type of that mind, state of mind. Then it is really depends upon the relationship between our mind and then to what kind of object the mind occupies in. So in this way, when we think about this, then we can really gain some kind of a good understanding of our own state of mind, and see it is whether we have certain mind or not. So it's a lot to do with how we what kind of object we choose for our mind.
Right, sono tetto the mother the yet yel maso de yed ba je chin ngando che soza keso chembo range ripa ta tin ye yung de wa ko ma ja ko loi chen na yel ma de yung ko ba je chin na soza yedel de a yu den ke ti ripa de bu chu chi ye so ta tel ni ko di che go da ta tel son de no ta tel de la ma son de le la wa ro nge le la re nge ne de ma de yella ma de ma sha le la wa chi de chi che na ko trong condition na de ka li khong che ya do de ka li kha re me she do de yella ma de no to she yi da no to bong ga ba la chan ji che le la wa chi ko she to den de she se do ka li khong re cha ta ga rang la ka ma chi ni che se chi ni tenil ba ma do ta de jo ja a go ja song ten to ga se ma ri an khen un ro ga do ma de ya chen do se ting un de ma to a je se rong un se de ya yong do se kun zhe ye de le kun zhe sai ye de se to kun zhe le yong do ta ma de ya le yong do se kun zhe sai ye de pa je chi ja de de sil son no ma de kun zhe ma sai ye chi son do de kun zhe yong ma de ten zhe ge long je do de xin ne ya bu che re ya de tene jado shena kale go jan tene yapu ji yapu ywa da ha ji suma yapu yong jo are da som te to go ja da de jang mo ti ban pun ro ya ten som
so as to getting rid of this unwanted state of mind, then the on one from one perspective, it is so simple because it is simply all we need to do is just to trying to forget that state of mind, and then how we forget that state of mind is also then to do we can forget that mind by forgetting about that whatever the object that mind is occupied in, and so therefore, as you can see how we get some when we think on this, we get some gain some knowledge like the about our mind, some way of like a knowledge about our mind. And so the question of whether the question of how we what we do in meditation practice or what is the meaning of training our mind. So it is about now to habituating our mind to the way to the object and to the thought that we we wish for, that brings with the positive experience and that help us to getting rid of this any unwanted experience such as mental unhappiness. So in this way, we have to also. Furthermore, if you think on this, or in generally speaking, so it is the reason why we continuously or endlessly produce all these kind of different thoughts within us. So it is because of this some sort of some like a conception, some conceptual the thoughts that which we. Which arise and which we normally we do not trying to control it and trying to understand that how that the thought the arise. So the thought, if the thought arise as said before, because of the certain immediate causes and conditions. So therefore it's important, as we're saying, the immediate cause and conditions, so it could be just simply a specific objects. And so therefore it is because of our mind occupied on some kind of specific object, that, and sometimes it can the outcome of that, so is then we we produce a certain state of mind which brings unhappiness. So therefore, as a way to counteract that, so if we engage in the meditation practice or engage in some thought transformation practice, so where we deliberately make an effort to trying to cut our mind from going after that particular object and trying to fix the mind on whatever the object that we choose in meditation practice, then how even such, if we practice such meditation for even 1 or 2 minutes, we will, see the effects of our mind in terms of the getting rid of or cutting off the influence of that unwanted thought. So therefore, we can also talk in terms of how to overcoming anger. Again, anger is also produced or arises due to the certain mind, following or occupying on certain thoughts and certain objects. So therefore, as we're saying, from one perspective, when we talk about subduing our mind, about changing our mind, so it is from one perspective, it is so easy. It seems like so simple, because it is all we have to do. We don't have to do anything but just simply to disengage our mind from that object or the cause and the condition which produce the unwanted thought of mind. And then the benefit is that how, as we overcome this negative state of mind, how we feel as a person, we feel ourselves more, have more clear thinkings, and we feel even it purify ourselves, cleansing ourselves within our, in our continuums.
Kama cheze shombaya po se godan kunju neba ko thong munda kunju neba ko ka thong sa le ne yong ke de na janga go kama che jana le na sa ga de 내가 되게 셀 팬본 되서 더 나도 세요 저러서 그랑에네 늘 나자 제로다 뭐뭐 자도 고자데 대제네 세들 센티메 봐지 제제 헬레 요된 게 나지 나자 걸어도 줄로 문제 된 생긴 최초만 늘세는데 다 저런 년년된 나용도 와 일단 드레신도 선도들어 이제 고자데 세 나자라 디평 리그 나자라 디평 내는 늘 나자 춘 로고문데 들레 센티메 봐도 세세 헬레 들어 신호면 같으니 용도 생겨와 라 고자 배송바송 무슨 이거 이제 대징한도 손돈에 보대 내가 다 배세는 드니 손돈에 보는데와 래 나자는 가서 용해야 돼. 세 중앙 안절 용해야 돼. 라 레게 중앙도 세 중앙상도 강을 차디와 내는 좀 뭐지 내게 레세야 가서 내게 레세도 네 레세야 다들 중앙이 셔세 심이 중앙 내게 레게 중앙세야 되는 정도 저안 되잖아요. 내게 레세가 되죠. 내년에 중앙세죠. 근데 안테 내가 뭐 추조라서 내게 레세가 제도 전에 뭐 추조요. 내때니 이제 고자 심이 고자 맞아서 쳐봐셔는데 저로 선도나 야부야 되죠. 야 내가 되려고 그래. 내는 늘 나사절에나 고야부제도 선 놓지 때잖아. 센티메 맞지. 내 야부 연구도서 신호메 맞지. 근데 이제 다 되지 좀 도스
So, so there's no, a doubt about this. The benefit of meditation, practice, not only in in terms of like overcoming the overcoming the some kind of the negative, overcoming the some like a disturbed state of mind, which brings us, which brings about like a unhappiness and pain, in us, within us, on the mental level, but as well as there's a benefit to meditation. Also has a benefit to has like a physical, benefit as well. Such as if, for example, if we imagine if we think of there's a two persons, so one who is suffering from a very painful, some sort of like a physical disease, and other one, say, who do not have such a physical illness, but have suffer because of the uncontrolled anger, and so now if you imagine that if both of them then try in a way trying to overcome, get rid of their suffering, their pain, if they engage in the meditation practice, then how we can see that in terms of the person who do not have such a physical illness, then for that person, and then if the person can, for example, by meditating on loving kindness, cultivating love, developing loving kindness, and how through developing, as the person able to develop loving kindness, then can eliminate this, get rid of this anger, and then overcome the suffering, completely, and then can enjoy the peace and happiness. So whereas for the other person who suffer such a physical pain, so even though, of course, we can see that meditation practice is not going to remedy that the physical pain, or even to remedy the cause of that, the disease, but however, yet it is also the other person will also find it a great find it very helpful meditative practice, in terms of, because quite often, people who suffer such physical illness, they go through not only that, their illness, but also they also emotionally and mentally, then they could go through a great deal of sufferings, such like fears and anxieties and so forth, and so therefore how that the person, even for the person who that through meditation practice, so even if that there is no there may not be any it doesn't reduce the physical pain, but the person can very obviously can notice the difference in terms of the overcoming all this the sufferings and which the person experienced in association with the disease. So in this way, we have learned about how there is one kind of the cause of or the basis of the sufferings, which is we in Tibetan call as like a ne nge lend, and that is the basis, that kind of some kind of negativities, which serve as the basis for whatever the suffering that a person is experiencing, is undergoing at this present moment. But at the same time, that very negativity, a state of negativity, or that Nengelen is called in Tibetan, so serve as the basis for a person to experience suffering in the future as well. So, no,
that's on the take some tattoo that Lin Nasaya, sex on to she teaching sentient. It's not Nebija, young on the Ling Nasa, G. Raman, Raman, think I done Nebijan, saying Nasa Nile. The Chimbo Yene Sadula, some children to Nayapun the
So as said before, when people are suffer some physical illness, then not only on top of that illness, so there also, if people is not careful, then they can also mentally, then they can over worried about that the disease, that thinking, just worrying, maybe that disease can lead to this and that, and it can keep going on, and then it can be a great, like a cause of such the fears and stress and the tensions.
Tanga mil, I mil to one, tenta, Father Rota Mares and Jim Yunga, Titili, just on the anything, midnight, do not the million drink without a body. Sentina Sharte, do not check it. Tang anything. Tang other men, Uncle, you Vermano, you go marry. Shazo, mother, Dunga said, Dunga, young Coron, you think she gets rest in him. Dunga, Manuka, then your Manuka, Monkshangena, and you know, Mother, and Roya, Mari. So the new money be do at any cover, yes, Kawai, any which you cover, so not you are. No, Nunca, Tigger, then doing it said, how old you are. Dunga, no money, doing it said, how over, Mari. Last on Ted, Teddy, Abuson to attend that pay. This was the mother of the Sambas on the she was pay. Last on Ted.
Take for an example of, like, say, even someone who suffers some from some eyesight, problems, and then it is we hear that the person who is inflicted with such serious eye disease, then in fact more than that the discomfort that person go through because of that disease, more than that the person go through the sufferings of like emotional, crisis, such as worrying about the being, going like a blind, and then keep thinking, if you go, if I go blind, then of course I can't, walk, I can't do this, do that, and then you start mentally, it will become a great concern, cause of great worries. So again, this is something which which is really true, but at the same time, however, when people who don't have this such a disease, such a subject to such disease or such then it is very difficult to understand that, fully understand the impact of this such a what the disease can have on our life. And so even sometimes when we hear about these things, probably we might be saying, how this is possible. Maybe it's not true, but so it's but it is the fact also how when people with such a suffer such a health problem, so they not only that whatever the illness they have, but there's also on top of that, so they undergo a great deal of other like emotional and the mental suffering as well.
마 생제 소제 생제가 서서 마든라 마노시야라 마 생제 소제 제거 뭐냐 마 생제 강가 말해 제가 너도 먹고 이제 마 서서 생제도 서서 마든라 아니 마 생제 소제 제거 하래 이나 이나 대말 생제 소제 제도 수 공부도 이제 가제 마게 생제 소제 로바리 마길 생제 통제 된들 너비 소제에 공부를 뭐 진짜 더 봐자 Lama Jazi, Robert Jing, is that Teresa, my Saint Tonje, Zubisu, Combodo, Jin, Tobasha, Nabitates, tell us, says yes, I don't. That's our Chogo Loa Deiba, Chogo, young in Jews, the yachts. And that, yeah.
The Muslim just said, according to city.
So the mother died, my sense of our sense of the my sense of the long door.
No.
It's already on my chin.
No.
Get started, Mogitang, life are laughing. No, that's in Mundial Garden.
Can't tell you Sumbalas, my joke or something.
You walk to Keto shows us.
Yes.
Though Saja Chonga and Saja Carriers and my sense of Zubisu, Combodo, in the top of showers, that time I just say so. Kochogan is yours, that's a goddess. The master just said, Madam Dry, and a master is a master. You need that is Tajis. Carrying others here, carrying on cheese, Sona, Sandy, Madu, carrying young beauty, and then watching was and attendant dry. Then the Madu Mogara to say, Carly, gone, and a 10 noise, Sandy, Ma, carry chair 10 noise, chicken. And there is a lot of I think. How does I say, Massage to his tester, and Massage to his and the Massage to the Mother version. Madam Diana Massage is Tangatellagi. Machine, you are carrying on your Madam.
So getting back to our these the teachings. Commentary on the teaching, Lamrim teaching. So we are talking about how to talking about the ritual how through ritual we cultivate, we generate this bodhicitta mind, and so to help us with in generating bodhicitta mind. So we use this like a statements which sometimes which goes like the for the sake or for the sake of all the motherly sentient being or motherly sentient being that they are generate the altruistic mind of enlightenment. So this word, when even it is this this prayer to generate bodhicitta or this so the altruistic mind of enlightenment, which saying to benefit all the mother sentient beings. So this is very much even in the lips of all the like Tibetan in Tibet, even in the lips of all the nomads, they always say that like let's say mage semjen tamje like the mother all for the sake of all the mother sentient beings. Now the question is how we call all other sentient beings as mother when they are not. So therefore, what that means? Why we use the word mother to all the other sentient beings? So I would interpret it that as because they are like our mothers, and so which in a way that if we it is if we reflect on the kindness, just as we can reflect on the kindness of all our current mother, that how much we have kindness and support that we have received from her, and then it is said that in a similar way, if we train our mind or reflect on the kindness of all other sentient beings towards us, then just as we feel this our current mother's been so kind as a kind mother, so in the same way we could feel the similar way we can feel all other sentient beings also like our mother. So I would interpret it in that sense that there's all other sentient beings, they are also similar to or like our current mother in terms of the kindness and the support that we receive from them.
Baba noji is saying that Baba le Kolabai. Babi show noji king Ashwa. I mean, you are noji Ashwa saying that me Chujukan.
We can also hear from the people, saying that how there's those people who've been taken care by their step parents, and then how there are some who are saying that to their to how their stepfather, even though he is not my father, but it is more than my father. He's the support that I receive, or referring to some your stepmother or some other even the people saying how they would recognize or acknowledge that as as exactly as we feel. Also they feel that way as well because of the love, and kindness and support that they receive. They feel that that she's like their own mother. And sometimes people say, it's even kinder. It means more to me than my own, real parents. So so this kind of statement and what this experience of people also kind of supports what we are talking about here, as how we can through training our mind, so we can recognize all other sentient beings as one's mother. So how so for some people they would also recognize someone as even though he's not your real brother, but they would see as feel as a true brothers, and they can have so because of their relation, because of their connection, so they can mentally they could people could experience seeing that person as your brothers, and so in this way, what this says is that just as even though the all of course all sentient beings are not necessarily your mother or right now, but how if we through this engaging in the training of this of the remembering their kindness and so forth, then we can mentally we can have the this thought of seeing or recognizing, seeing them as if your own mother. So we can have that. So now we up to this section on the receiving that which has not yet been received. No. Okay. So the third has three. How the ritual by which it is taken, the preparatory ritual, the actual ritual, and the concluding rituals.
Then so sa going to then so by you going to some dead on the other. Shandro Cheva Shawa said that the Tevachim Tomo in Shandro Segare.
Okay, and then the first one, this the preparatory ritual, so which is elaborated under this three subheading, which is a special going for refuge, accumulating the accumulations and training in the attitude. So it says a special going for refuge. So here the text talks about a special or like the extraordinary taking or going for refuge. So which can means like we can also which can also means like the refuge practice which is done in conjunctions with or which is conjoined with the with bodhicittas. So that can be also the reference of this special going for refuge, or but in this text the more the reference is more to these very the unique the refuge of Mahayanas going for refuge and so all the uncommon the Mahayana refuge it can be the refuge. So like to take a refuge with the after one one go for the refuge for the reason to in order to benefit all sentient beings. So for this purpose, so if one take refuge, so that would be the uncommon refuge of Mahayanas.
ne ye chi sambo la sa ne ye chi de xue ni che de xue ba ya de zhong ni ta che de xue ba ya sambo ne ba ta de ma ne le so da ne so wa sa yi xia chen zhe wa ye ne xia chen yi xin lo ye jie ba sa de ne li wa ji ya.
Okay, so the text then goes start with the aspiration going for refuge, so which is has another three subheadings: decorating the place, displaying representations, and setting up offerings substances, making a request and going for refuge, stating the training of having gone for refuge.
Ne de che su ne shi da so wa se ne shi da zhen ba de zhong ba de che ba xiu de sa den ba ti ji de to ji yin li wa ti to ji yin li da de.
So the first, as we understand from that very the script of the heading, which says, which constitute of these three parts, which like decorating the place, then displaying representation and setting up offering substances.
Lama de lo mi ge jin xia yi ren ba san duo de.
No. Lama de me take them.
Lama de lo mi xia yi ren ba san.
Sajid de Mindula. Lama de lo mi xia very malwa.
The one rosa che ni ba de. Ba de. Tambo la ne nye che su shi da tong de da ti to jie ni ba de. Lama de lo mi xia yi ren ba sa li si.
So
da ma ji ma da ni me de me ma.
Ma de inji de de.
Che da ni da ben da yin wo ma. Inji ko da yin ro wa de. Ni pe ge lo je pe ge da gong de ga de. Ni pe ge lo je inji da yin ro de.
No.
The
Lama da Lome Chabin Bassage, the Pui the engineer Mindu. Now, so in the Geshe text, so after the decorating the place, displaying representation, and setting up offerings, so that has three, and then this is explained under this the heading of the things to be done by the lamas and the disciples.
Then there are some take and put the Xun George and the Xuji, Treasure, Meadow, some tomba. Then can't you send it to the junior though? No, Lama, Tima, so large, so the Shunju say, but you much trouble church. Did the Zombola said, use the alcohol. Sentima, Laria the metal, so ye chebi, the injured the Romondo General, Shaze, so Taki Shas, each in should be the entrance the metal which is the Jabba, shows and 고만노나 겐더지지다 녀가도 있는 유머라 너무 동이지다 거는지도 소사바다 다 대해서 뭐 하고 이제
So the general indication concerning the place, the representations, offering, and so forth. So the text read: first, clean and isolated place, smear it with the 5 cow substances, anoint it with exquisite perfumed water such as sandalwood water, and scatter fragrant flowers. Set out a representation of the 3 jewels, metal statues and so forth, text and so forth, and images of bodhisattvas on a throne, a table, or a raised platform. Do the preparatory ritual with an valuable offering items such as canopies and flowers as possible, as well as music, food, and so forth. So arrange a throne for the virtuous friend and also adorn it with flowers. You accumulate the accumulation of merit by paying respect to the former master, the Sangha, and giving an offering cake to the elemental spirits.
다 세초지네. 단데면 예민의 사주대하고 당한도 늘 노지 절어서 다지 고자산 늘 제선해 보여라. 예민의 다성 대도. 단딜로 가져는 셔도시 비지 바주 이 슈바시 바스 늘 바주 아이 세제 밤마 보이산. 별내는 밤마 보지. 밤마 지도 쇼마 오마 대가라 바주마스 밤마보지 대나 별내나 바데 메자요 진로 가와 바코르가 바코르 메자요 그 자진이면 가지마 또왜 말해 나 대다 바주마스 대가다 바주마스 바거죠 전하고 뒤에 봐 다 저승 모습을 거래 야분년에 매 저쪽에 나잖아 지 사이들 근데 야부에서 왕년에 자성 대 바중가 대세가 돼서
So if we go over this line, so when it says first clean and isolated place, so when it's the word isolated, so which is to imply that if this is the kind of place that we should find if we were to perceive a retreat or some practice. So that's it's an isolated place. Then smear it with the 5 cow substances. So here, I think as I can see in English, there's a footnote there. So the cow, so here which is a kind of the red in color, red color in cow, and the in Tibet, so this specific cow, is only the graze in a very high in the mountain, so where there's a lot of medicinal laws. So in a mountains where it grows all the medicinal plants, so it's only graze on that those medicinal plants.
All around the garage, very medicine garage, all fly, all there, in there.
And the 5 substances, cow substances, so the related to that cow, so 5 substances like the urine of that cow, and then the like the dung or the manure, and then the yogurt and the butter and the milk. So these are the 5 substances that's referring here.
다 대하셔. 다 예민의 점을 이제 많이 신나서 레오데세. 저도 양바세. 개체전은 센노돌이 양바. 린든들 양바 된 개체문이래. 라 센네돌이 야는 자사되는 센네돌이 린든들 얘는 띵은 야부랭도. Sokome saying, send not all my little my send as a Koreama. Nay, my Kayama, send not only my not the so that in the song to happen there. I name by my Gokaja like that. Magis over such
so, yeah. So you got to remember that when it says isolated place, so you don't necessarily have to like a
embassy, embassy,
no.
No.
So no, no.
The Emma there, ne Eva to the Mande, send not all Eva. Into the Eva. Embi Sasha Dama,
so the term, the word isolated, so isolation. So here, we should not take it so literally in a sense that it's unless we find in terms of like a very isolated place. So we should not think like unless if you find such place, we can't perceive meditation practice or the retreat. So rather, more important than that isolation referring to the place is to referring to one's own mind. Isolate the meaning of the isolation in the context of one's mind, which being isolated or free or with a very minimum like such a distracting thought, and then. Also, it can also refer to the physical, like a body, in the context of being away from all the like a social gathering or all the like a hustle bustle noise of the towns, and so being so from that that is the more important, more than the place. You take the meaning of the isolate. To take more to the one's own mind and the body in terms than the actual physical place.
Yana, Yomeba, Nete, Chimbi, Sani, Tobi Loyamushiva Tabashon said, Yana, Yomeba, La Yojemeba, Yojemeba, Melody, Mavicheni, go up, tell you, not Umayo, Yana, not on Meba, Nete, Chen, it's a good. That to be a low machine with the thing, but that goes on to go just and the theatre, that's on theatre. Yegis, Mashiva Yegis, that's your
and then goes on to cleaning up.
Cheva, Mena, Atene, Gazolition attached, and arrange cuts out the parts, Melo Mozatin and pass with you. Yana, your map and net champion sagas, Mala Yoji, Trado, Yoji, in Jejoma, right? Then your map, not your map, Chairman, your map, Chava Yoman, Zabasha, Zeda, Shokoran, Chavan Zambosha, Jedo, show it is a Golotaway, and Golo, Yojela Sopa, Jokoro Yojela Sopatane, Nabatet, that desert division of the Maimba. Goloa, Zavoda, Tenishing, me, Shalom, Debbie, and my batas, much God, Tasha, Tasha.
Then the text read, if cleaning up doubt about this, if you do not have any offering at all, as described in the Sutra of the Good Aeon, it can be accomplished even with cloth fringes. If you do have offerings, they should have been obtained through great effort, without deceit, and should be added in such a way that your friends cannot help marvelings. So the only thing that we should take note here is where it says the, if it clearly says, you do not necessary to have the object of offerings as, but if you do have offerings as it says here, then the only thing that you need to take notice is where here is translated as obtained through great effort without deceit. So which in the Tibetan, so it says this offering substance, should not be like a bent, literally, like a yome means bent, So that word bent or were crooked, so it can be taken in terms of the way you arrange the offering on the altar. Sure has to be very beautifully arranged, so it is all in a good order. Or we can also think in terms of the manner in which how you obtain that object. So which, as it says here, that the object should not be bent in the sense that it should not be object should not be corrupted. Corrupted means that it should not be acquired through the wrong means, like through like a deceitful means. And then also it can be also means when it says not offering should not be bent in terms of the motivations by which you make the offer, make the offering should not be also be corrupted by any. So the such as in a deceit, in acquiring the object of offering through a deceit, in a deceit way, such as like if you, in order to make the offering, you acquire through like stealing the objects, and so it is saying that it is not appropriate to make offering, to steal the things in order to make offering, so which is not appropriate. Then the text continues. So when the elder was requested for the mind generations by Tibetan teachers in Mangyul and Samye, so these are the places in Tibet. So he reportedly said that it did not arise through inferior offerings. So it's the mind generation or this Bodhicitta mind. So won't arise. In a declaration, that won't arise if through the inferiors, the object of offerings.
Yes. Then 所以觉得个是然后觉得然后这些没啥没成因的个对我的然后就给全部等于些对等于些那帮人你把我也谢谢了现在下学是的谢谢到了什么等那不等那个是吧对所以这就是他特别是的这个他人员特别高然后解决那么的几件事情特别是的他谢谢到了什么等啥是解决的300天呢发病做写着也他这也他
And then continue the text. He said that also as a representation, a consecrated statue of the main master of the teachings. So the mentioned here that as the object. That we, arrange in the altar as an object of refuge. So that should be the main master of the teaching, such as the Lord Buddha's, some image of the Lord Buddha, and the statue of the main master of the teaching was imperative, and also as a text, at least the verse summary of the perfection of wisdoms. So which no.
他什么天呢？发病做些种路面体系，给容不进的给他们呀，那真的拉面出现了也带了些的，你他把那真的他把那台湾写的就拉上，所以学生人的容易就就把明白。说你了对吧？特别也了能把写的就是在这里，我们得这样。我上顿的了，我下次是上顿都那也不要在。
Okay, and then I'm just going to read, which are quite self-explanatory, so I won't go over the meaning. It says then. The assembly of Arya is invoked. Is invoked. The students washed and well dressed, with his hands joined, is encouraged by the Guru to generate clear faith in the excellent qualities of the merit field from the bottom of his heart. He should then slowly do this 7-limbed practice, imagining that he is in the form of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So this 7 limbs practice, so which is this which is a 7 limb prayers which we recite quite regularly. And then the second, which is making a request and special going for refuge.
Lama la tenbin de shi xie la shan ca de ye dong men dan pa si jia de da men dan pa li zhe de bi mo de da li de bi mo de da bi mo ye bi che de sa la zui jian tang mo ya ni da de ni ga da da xiong xue le ge xiong xue jie jie ne san jie dian de sa da na da de ni zo ge da li de.
Then continue making a request. So second, then the student, having generated the perception of his guru as the teacher, prostrates to him and makes offerings, including a mandala to him. So with his right knee on the floor, palms joined, he makes a request for the purpose of bodhicitta. So with his right knees on the floor, palms joined, he makes a request for the purpose of bodhicitta.
charo seru nga jin charo nga ti shi je sing ge na zhe ta da sam so ta pa na che zan nian je de ji je ba zhe da zhong ba de de ya bo de zhen da zhong ba yu da bo de so jian no dong xuan jue san ba qian bo sa la xu ba nan ji je de dong bo je de la na ma yu da bo de xuan jue se xie ba de je da da min de so mi da min xie je ye lo bie je那么有的不，这个兴趣的，晒写的说，现在写色的是来把底写的。
So the so request for the purpose of bodhicitta. So he makes a request. So which the word request, which here in this in Tibetan, so there's a two syllables which has a soatap, so which has each one has a meaning. The one syllable which says soul means to please pay. You draw their attention. You ask for the attentions of the gurus, and then that means because and you have something to ask for. You have something to a plea to make. So that has that the words solved up in Tibetan has that carries that meaning. And then it says just as the Tathagatas are had so perfectly complete Buddhas, as well as the great Bodhisattvas abiding on the great grounds, first generated the mind of unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. Likewise, I, whose name is, and then request the Master to generate the mind of unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. So the above statement is, so as it says, I repeat this 3 times. And then special going for refuge, so which has a 2 subheading. The attitude together with the objects. No. The words of the ritual, that's it.
단다 태바 제비샹로이다 예지 체바 가려야 토모아자레 소제 나도 예 체와요 소제 집바 그러 되니 치견조데 태바 토모 많이 매자는 태제지 골라니 줘 견데 깨져는 태바 제비 파바죠 전문도 현실 더바이다 대예 체바 되라 샤이 다 딘셔봐전 토모아에는 되니 이제 얼 가자 처마비 받으는 되니 나 대화 준비장로 대전 되니 자 수제 소마지 받으세요 대기 쳐봐드는 소마지 받다 되니래 아니 레비티에서나시 쇼주 쇼랴 많이 봤어요 토서 무슨 공부도 봐요 대셔다 내가 이제 좀다 대성 동대인데 내가 와서 내가 연단의什么都배 조세 파파신가 친구가 조시비 라데 동사 다 겐다 샤무드 하고 셔 예다나 소제 겐지 지바라 스테니요 말에 다네 겐데 겐조 되라 나 말에 지 겐조 되라 몰로니 대바지문 고대로데 니죠 겐데저 대바지 바바자 디 다니 주제 쇼쇼 맞아 받았어 맞아 받았어 대라도 대바지는 대다 된 쇼쇼 맞아 받았어 채드샤와 세체도 자기 센서의 샤비 샤도 네 샤서 로한테 대바고스 대야 내가냐 아 대자 단저사 아 저저는 로도 세제 통진 공화도 뉴마 공화도 매수 단 집바 통제 이제 시작 될 다 괜찮아 이 대반이자 로도 세제 소리잖아 내가 디간 이제자 디간 이제 친구자 되네 장을 다시 한번 이제 다 된chen 되었다 학원 되어야 되는데 사원 되어야 돼 젖만 되어야 사원 되어야 야저 디체샤 가리세는 만에 타와 정외 체샤로 집이셔들래 이거로 그래 제비 중에나 예수 명한지 스틸이 샤빈이 밖에서 이지 대바 예수 명한 저거 세우다 대체분 뒤에 가서 어라 거의 동안 지시 잡이 대체다 타바토비 뒤체래 용다 쇼라래 용다 제가 전보에는 생제도 두비스 고모토가 되유다나 저주 맞아 와च्या디자 생제성이 돼 연락가 대지 아야 보전 중원도 년도에 다 제가 일단 다서 인지 대주대 시정주 맞아 예바데 진짜 체드샤와 생제 통이 샤비지 샤 생제라 소제라 자 땜바보도 제라 샤면 다데 전도 견달라 샤데베 나로서 사이 뇽비 손바 셔동 체바 대답에 전도 손바리 디 통제 땅에 전도 모두 바쳐달라 모두 바샤고 뇽비 더바 잡이 실라 실로 nga xie ba don zai xie xia jiang zhe xia de sa de ra gong de ta de de ne zi xie yong le
so with the heading on the special going for refuge, okay, the attitude together with the objects. Then the student goes for refuge. So this explains first. Explain the what you should think, or give some guidelines on how you go for the refuge. Then the student goes for refuge with the behaviors explained earlier to the objects, the Buddha, the Dharma. That is the true paths that mainly brings about cessations, and the Sangha, that is the irreversible Arya Bodhisattvas. So with the general attitude thinkings. So from now until I achieve enlightenment, in order to protect all sentient beings, I go for refuge to the Buddha, the teacher of the refuge. I go for refuge to Dharma, the actual refuge. I go for refuge to the Sangha, who I ask to be my companions in practicing refuge. And with the special attitude of making these strong aspirations, I will never turn away from this attitude at any times. So here, so we see the summaries of the what when we take refuge. So what in terms of what object we take refuge, and then the period. Or the length of the period that we take refuge, and in terms of for what purpose, for whose purpose we take refuge, and then also the cause, or what is the cause for the taking refuge. So all these features of refuge practice, so can be explained in terms of the common refuge. So where and also in terms of the Mahayana or the uncommon refuge. So here, so in terms of the Mahayana refuge, so when we can see the in terms of with regard to the three objects of refuge, so the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So of course the Buddha is the same to both, whether the common or the uncommon or the Mahayana refuge. So the same refuge object Buddha is the same. But as to the Dharma, refuge object Dharma, so here is as is indicated here, explained here. So it's referred specifically to the Mahayana dharmas, which is the Mahayanas here true path and the true cessations, state of the cessations of the Mahayana path, and so referring to that, and then in terms of the Sangha, so with in the uncommon, Mahayana refuge, so Sangha refers to the Arya like Bodhisattvas, it should be that, and so whereas in the common refuge, so it's not necessary, it doesn't have to be the Bodhisattvas, Arya Bodhisattvas. And then in terms of the time, the length of period you take refuge. In the common refuge practice, then where the length can be just for the rest of one's life, during this until the one die, for that length, for that period. So you pledge or you take pledge to take refuge in these three jewels. So whereas in here, as it says here, so that the period is until you achieve the state of Buddhahood, and then likewise the for whose purpose you take this refuge. So here it is for the sake to benefit for the sake of all sentient beings, and then we can talk in terms of the cause for taking refuge. So here in Mahayana, the refuge. So here the cause is to benefit to all sentient beings, and also it is the caused by some sort of faith or the observations of the observation or the dissatisfactions, or the fear, not only towards one's own suffering, but also the sufferings that of all other sentient beings. So for that, so in order to overcome that suffering, so you take refuge to overcome the suffering of oneself and all other sentient beings. So you take refuge in the three jewels. So all this what we go through we have studied in the past. So of course, then as you know, if you take in the context of the three stages of the path, then of course again there's a different explanations in terms of for the person with small scope. So their dissatisfaction or their fear is mainly concerning relating to falling into the lower rebirth, whereas for the person with the middle scope is the fear of being born in the cyclic existence. But for the person of great scope, so it is what motivate, what the drive one to take refuge. So is to achieve complete enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. So the last sentence which I read before, it says, I go for refuge to the Sangha, so who I ask to be my companion in practicing refuge, and and with the special attitude of making the strong aspirations that I will never turn away from this attitude in any time.
다 초기지 이봐 초기지인데 만대장도 사들어 저를 다시 넣어다 다 로베 고서 사진을 나 민다서 소소 밑적을 된den이 주데스 다 로베 고서 소소 친제 연계 있는 로베 고서 친제 연계 있는 점바 고서 대상으로 레서서래 태면 선바지에 로베 고서는 어시디 제가 마마마샤는 소소 엄마를 친제 신문이 게 있나 도말 선바고 다 나서서 다시를 좀 놓고 아 내가 샤한테 치즈라 저기 치세다 나 로베 고스서 달라다 나면 쇠면 지죠 된den이 준이 제세 현주 인보라 치지 봐도 다 공인만만이 좋다 소지 쫀된데라 당마샤 님이 답을 줬대라 되네 샤노세 니 답 로런지 봐 기바 제지 로때 니 답하네 제지 때마다 대생 나샤 시장이 뭐야 자자 로베 고스서 나 민다서 된den이 현진보라 치지 받듯이 신노지 조 샤와 대자도 저 신라샤스니 요 로베는 고서 나 나면 신조 된den이 주듯이 님보라 치지 받는 소용지 조 근데 봐봐 봐봐 현주에서 봐 신문도 맨눈 놀아샤도 저시 예서 예스 된거 같아
So the words. Now I'm going to read out the words of the rituals, such to to take refuge. So it says. So this statement is repeated three times. So the statement begin with calling for for the master. It says masters, which in Tibetan in this which is called Lobun. But it is said that if you call upon the master as a Lobun, if you have made some dharma connections with the master, so you call as a Lobun. But if there is no such the spiritual connections being made, then in Tibetan, so then you call as a sumba. So, however, then at the third round, and then you can use the word the Lobun for the master who you do not have any such haven't met any such spiritual connection, such as like having received the holy teaching from that same master in the past and so forth. So just to read the statements, masters, please grant me your attentions. So I, whose name is, so you hear in the bracket of obviously you insert your name. So from now until I reach the essence of enlightenment, go for refuge to the best of humans, the blessed Buddha. So just we got to bear in mind that the main element that of when we take refuge, that which we really need is as we take refuge, as we make this statement, I go for refuge to the Buddha and so and to Dhamma and so forth. Say this, we really have to in the depths of our heart, we have to feel this sense of like a complete trust and trusting ourselves in this each of the refuge objects. So that is very important. And then goes on, masters, please grant me your attention, I, whose name, then from now until I reach the essence of enlightenment, go for refuge to the best of Dharma, the Dharma that is peace, free from attachment. Then masters, please grant me your attentions, I, whose name, from now until I reach the essence of enlightenment, go for refuge to the best of assemblies, the Sangha of irreversible Arya Bodhisattvas.
This is less Lama get your then Chandra goes goes red on Chija, then Shandy says, yeah, the Mandai join the budget, that's some Shandy lawyer. Shandro, Shasin Road, Tashan Loja.
So repeat this 3 times. So the request for attention when going for refuge to each of the jewels and the unusual words of going for refuge to the Dharma accord with the ritual composed by the elders.
Shani Samba Shani Lojanaji, Nai Shievi Chungin Kazi, Shebi Lojano, Daimon, Loveji, Yeba Shao Hosta, Yaki, Divi Loja, Gobi Loja, Tomoyla, Tomo Maim Lojan, Tomoy Lojan, Tomo May Loja, Gobi Loja, Divi Loja, Dejima, Yakistas on Ted on the cultural fashion.
So this next heading is stating the training of having gone for refuge, training all the precepts, of having gone for refuge. That's the precepts of having gone for refuge. So third, so here too the master should mention the training that were explained before in the context of personal small capacities. So which the training or the precepts or the instructions which relating to the each one of those of the 3 taking refuge in the 3 object of refuge, and so you like, for example, there's instructions which we call it, there is a positive instruction and the negative instruction with respect to taking refuge in each of the 3 objects of refuge, and then also there's the mention of the common instructions of refuge practice, and then the uncommon instructions of refuge loss. And then the third then is the accumulating the accumulations. So maybe we leave it here. If some of you could fetch the tea, thank you.